Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this AFK journey video. So the current best meta team for Crazed Shellbrute based on multiple players testing is still the Mauler variant, and in today's video we're going to talk about a brand new meta team for the Graveborn side that you can try if you're somebody who has a more developed Graveborn account. So the details as well as the testing and the teams will be linked in the description as well as the comment section down below, so you guys can just visit the documents that are by the players at the analytical Discord in terms of their testing results and team variances. So we will benchmark the Graveborn teams to the Mauler teams, and with regards to the talent, I already respec my talents over here. We are at Mauler level 26, so this is the optimal primer lot distribution in terms of the factional talent. So this is because these are the only offensive tiles that you will get, and this one is defensive, doesn't matter. This one is defensive, not so important. And the next few nodes that will give you damage is along this line. So this will give you like 1.6% more attack, and this will give you a little bit more damage from your like skill damage abilities itself. So this is the path for the Mauler if you want to maximize your damage. So I do have some points, but I'm not going to upgrade it. I'm going to keep it at 26 because I want to save the points for the Graveborn side to sort of see whether or not like the peak Graveborn damage can actually do more. So right here, actually no, I still need 5 more talent points. So let me just see how I want to distribute this. I need 5 more talent points. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upgrade all the Mauler side first. We're going to upgrade to 30. Okay, and then we pump it up to the Graveborn side. Okay, so because we still need to get 120 points anyway. So for the Graveborn side, for the damage amount, you want to upgrade this skill for additional stats on your Factional. Right, you can also upgrade to this one to get the attack percentages, but for me what I'm going to do is I'm going to upgrade this because this one gives me more shield, and then this will give more stats to the Factional. Okay, so this will maximize the DPS for my Factional carry from the Graveborn team built up. So we're going to benchmark the Graveborn team to the Mauler team in today's video. So for the Graveborn most meta team, we're currently at 8-1 across the board, so I'm not going to make adjustments with regards to that. I also been experimenting with quite a few builds in terms of the light bearer side, but I think light bearer in general is okay, but definitely not. I'll say light bearer is probably the second or third place. So it's, I'll say, the light bearer vs the Graveborn, and then Mauler being at the top. So for this boss, we have Seth over here. So for the Graveborn, I mean for the Mauler side, the Seth will actually jump to the right hand side to be the first to be gobbled up by the boss. So Seth in this team's role is a little bit like a shield breaker slash the target to be gobbled up by the boss. And then we're gonna put in a Smokey and also a Lily May for additional damage. So Lily May is the damage dealer together with the shield breaker and also the debuffer with the charm ability, and then Factional is the main carry for the team. Mikola is for the buff as well as the healing in case you need it, in case your team is not strong enough. Same thing as our dear Smokey right there. So without further ado, let us start this run. Okay, we're going to place it like this and start the battle. So this is the best team right now in terms of damage, and we'll use this damage number to benchmark the Graveborn teams itself. Okay, so I kind of hope they actually give a skip button for the primer lot on certain days where we do want to sit through the whole battle. But if we take a look at this battle over here, our resonating spell is buffing up our dear Factional over here, and Factional is the main damage dealer for the team. And because we have like a whole bunch of buffs from Mikola and Smokey, with Lily May being one of the top damage dealer and also the debuffer for the team, this team is probably the best and should be the best for this boss even to the end. So another team that I think a lot of the players in the Discord has been speculating is the light bearer with Vala. So I do think that Vala has the possibility to sort of be the best damage dealer against this boss, but at the same time Vala is kind of RNG based in a sense. She jumps around and she is a little bit unpredictable, so that makes like positioning her a little bit challenging, because what will happen is she might be gobbled up by the boss, and then even though she hits really hard, she will lose a lot of damage if she stays inside the Shellbrute for too long. So this is the final damage distribution, level 30 resonating spell with one of the best builds. So this is my benchmark 44 build right? 43.6. So this is my distribution. Okay, 821 level. So the higher level you are, obviously the more damage you're gonna do. So I'm not gonna level my unit. Now we're gonna go to the Graveborn side. So with regards to the Graveborn team itself, this stays. So the carry of choice will still be Feresto, because Feresto is the best damage dealer against this boss. And then we have Torrent for the debuff, because Torrent has a debuff in the charm ability, and we have Ludovic for the buff as well as the heal and also a little bit of damage right here. And then we have NIRU. So I'm not very familiar with why NIRU is a thing against this boss. I guess it could be something to do with HP percentage, and NIRU also has a buff that is similar to Ludovic, 34% attack buff. So I guess this team has a whole bunch of buffs for the Feresto to hit really, really hard. So we're gonna do this. Yeah, so Feresto is still the main damage dealer, and then Smokey is still the one of the main buffer and sort of damage dealer for the team as well. So without further ado, let's start this battle. Okay. So I'm not very familiar with the glove order, but looking at this, I think NIRU could also be the unit to be gloved by the boss based on the positioning, because Torrent in the frontmost tower will be gloved by the boss, and then after that the boss will actually glove at least 2 different units at different timings. So based on the positioning, yeah, NIRU is going to be the glove target, and then we just keep Feresto on the front line to do damage. So this Graveborn team relies on the stat buff on our dear Feresto and the illusion. And then because NIRU's case, I don't think NIRU offers that much in terms of damage, more like a body glove as well as the target to be have the stats stolen, because you need a target to sort of have these bonus stats on the prime carriers for the Graveborn side. Actually pretty decent damage right here. Yeah, 42, 43. Yeah, 43 bill, so around 1 bill less compared to the Wilder side in terms of testing. So this is the damage distribution. So Feresto is still the main damage dealer, and then Ludovic does pretty decent damage with the EX weapon skill if you have him built up. So this is for those of you guys who have him built up. And then Smokey being one of the damage dealer, and then Torrent for the debuff, and NIRU for the body block as well as the stats being stolen from the team itself. Okay. So I think if you have a better charm, you get more stats on Feresto. Better charm on NIRU over here also give more stats to Feresto, and then maybe Feresto could do more damage in like the first maybe 45 seconds when the attack buff is active, and then maybe you can squeeze up more damage. Another thing to take note of is we're about to unlock the next tier of the charm, but I don't think it will be within this primal lock period. So with regards to whether or not Feresto is going to be one of the top tier must go to unit, we will have to wait until the Mythic Plus charm to see how it works for the mega late game, because those final charm abilities could actually change out which unit becomes better. So for the Graveborn team, this is pretty much it. We are going to do sort of like one more testing with regards to the positioning. So let's see, there's another positioning here. So Torrent here. So okay, so I think this positioning, what will happen is NIRU will actually walk up to the front, and NIRU is the body blocker for the team, and this way Torrent will stay on the battlefield for a little bit more, for more debuff from his charm skill over here. So let's give it a try and see what's the difference in terms of damage. So for the Primal Lock Graveborn meta team, you will need, I'll say, NIRU as well as Torrent for sure. I think Celezo is also okay, I guess, in terms of the Torrent slot, but I'm not sure how the positioning of Celezo will change if you use a Celezo in NIRU's place, because I feel that NIRU is pretty much there just for like stats as well as just the body to be gloved by the boss. So as long as you're able to keep Feresto on the front line to continuously do damage without being gloved by the boss, then you gulp. Okay, by the way, gulp. Some viewer actually corrected me, gulp, right? Without being gulped by the boss, then we should be able to actually do maximum damage as well, even with Celezo. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so based on this, right, yeah, we did a little bit less. So I think the first positioning was a little bit more optimal in terms of like damage output. But if we were to compare the damage distribution between the two variants, the Mauler as well as the Graveborn side, it's to be honest, really close, by the way. So this is my results without any level tuning. So with regards to the distribution right here, let's take the best Graveborn, right, to the best Mauler side. So Lily May pretty much is replaced by Ludovic, and then Fresto does pretty much the same damage on both the abilities. But for this one, I think my Graveborn side has a slightly higher level in a factional talent, although the Mauler side it's not going to give more damage except for this one, and then maybe a little bit more from this one. For the Graveborn side, same thing. This is pretty much like, I'll say, like the maxed out version in terms of the factional talent. Maybe get to this tile, another 0.8% attack. So this one will give another 1.6, and then this will give a little bit more damage. So Mauler should technically still be the best, but let's say if you are invested in the Graveborn side, this is probably one of the teams that you can try to sort of compete at the highest level to min-max your damage. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. See you guys again in my next video. Bye guys!